So my name is Brendan McCormick. I'm the chair of the first annual Queen's Space Conference, but we have 7 awesome speakers representing companies such as SpaceX and Telesat and AsiaSat, people who've worked with CERN, one guy company who's worked on the Curiosity rover, the president of the Canadian Space Society. So we have a lot of exciting people coming to talk to the QSET team and the Queen's community as a whole. And we're going to have 2 great days hopefully at the University Club, and fingers crossed there won't be any major issues that we run into. But everyone's really looking forward to it, and ticket sales are going well, so there seems to be a lot of enthusiasm for space on campus.
So since last time we have finished the prototype. We're currently implementing the actual conveyor into the design, so it'll allow us to test the actual chains and buckets which are on order and being made right now. We're going to be making the actual scraper and implementing it into the prototype as well, so we can do testing for digging. While we're doing that, we're getting the exact length measurements so we can do the final cutting for the frame, the actual metal frame, using the aluminum extrusion. So that's underway. We've done testing with the aluminum extrusion to look at how the joints are working, how strong they are, how we can make our angle joint strong, which is what's supporting the conveyor. And we're doing the wheel hubs, which are attaching to the motors that are currently in the prototype, are being done in the shop so that we can finally attach the wheels so we can get motion around. And we're looking at manufacturing the wheels ourselves, because the previous method of manufacturing the wheels we were looking at ended up being a little too expensive. So we're changing how we're going to manufacture those so that we can make the final wheels. So that should be coming out shortly as well. We're going to be picking up cement and hopefully ash as well from a company, Lafarge, who's donating it to us, so we can make a test pit so we can actually test in conditions that are very similar to what we'll be digging in at the site. So we'll have a good idea of how we're going to be performing, how it's going to react when we're driving in a very loose material.
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm the electrical manager for QSET. I'm just here to talk to you about some of the things we've been working on and what our goals are. So far for Elec, all of our parts are now in, all the main components at least. So now we're really looking at putting together our wooden prototype. What we can do is we can mount all the electrical components onto this test frame that the mechanical team has built, which will let us really test the programming, test the hardware, software interaction, plus really get some data from the sensors as to how the sensors are going to interact with the rest of the system. So our current goal right now is we've succeeded in mounting everything onto the robot. Now we just have to hook up everything to the batteries and get the systems all working together, so ultimately we can get it going. The big goals right now are getting the wireless communication between our laptop system and our base station going. Once we get that done, it's going to be fairly smooth sailing, like programming the robot. And then after that, we're starting to look towards some autonomous operations. So currently the robot's configured that we're going to be able to just drive it with a controller, but our ultimate goal, if we have time, is going to be for the robot to be able to navigate on its own using the sensor suite we put on it. We're not really sure if this is currently achievable, but we're going to try as hard as we can to get this done. So that's one of our big goals looking forward.